Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered why changing your life feels so impossible? Why you can start a new habit with all the motivation in the world only to watch it quietly collapse 2 weeks later? We're diving into the hidden science of how your brain actually builds habits and why it's less about willpower and motivation alone, because that has been failing you every January. We're going deep into the real science of change. Why your brain clings to old habits, how new habits are built, and how you can outsmart your own wiring to finally change without hating the process. In the end, you'll learn a strategy that doesn't just help you build one new habit, it helps you transform the entire city of your mind. By end of this video, you will be surprised to know how easy the change is. Ready? Let's break ground. If you're like most people, there's a quiet gap between who you are and who you wish you could be. You tell yourself you should work out, eat better, learn Spanish, read more, or finally dust off that hobby that's been sitting in the corner like an abandoned pet. But here's the problem. To reach those goals, it feels as though you have to become someone else, someone consistent, relentless, a creature powered by pure willpower and discipline. And maybe you've tried, and for a while it even worked, until, almost without noticing, you drifted back into your old ways like a commuter taking the same familiar route home. Then the frustration sets in. Then the internet hustle gurus chime in with their wisdom. If you failed, it's because you didn't want it enough. But that's not the truth. Change isn't about desire. Change is about rewiring yourself. Imagine your brain as a sprawling, ever-growing city. Every decision you make, it lays down a street. At first it's nothing more than a rough dirt path, a shortcut through empty lots. But repeat the action a few times and that path becomes a paved road. Keep going for months or years and suddenly it's a 6-lane highway. Smooth, familiar, automatic. These highways are comfortable. You barely think about them, you just drive. And because they're easy, you keep using them even if they don't lead where you really want to go. This is why change feels so hard. You're not just trying to decide differently, you're trying to build new roads while the old ones are still packed with traffic. And as you get older, your mental city becomes crowded with well-worn streets and shortcuts. Tearing it all down? Impossible. But building one small road, one fresh lane at a time? Possible. That's how cities grow. Inside this city are two very different types of workers. First, you have the planner. Slow, methodical. This is the brain power you use to set an alarm for 6:30 a.m. or follow a recipe step by step. The planner thinks ahead. It calculates. It's the one drawing blueprints for new streets. Then there's the toddler, impulsive, restless. This part of your brain doesn't care about blueprints, it just wants the fastest, easiest route. When the toddler sees a green light, it doesn't ask questions, it just hits the speed. Here's how they work. When you repeat an action often enough, the planner eventually hands the keys over to the toddler. What began as a deliberate routine quietly becomes a habit. You no longer decide to brush your teeth, buckle your seatbelt, or check your phone every 3 minutes. You just do it. Habits run on triggers, tiny traffic signals that tell the toddler when to move. Example 1. Sit in a car. Your hand automatically reaches for the seatbelt. 2. See your coffee cup. You instinctively grab a cookie, even when you're not hungry. 3. Glance at your phone. Within seconds, you're deep in doom scrolling. The toddler isn't evil, it's simply efficient. In a mental city buzzing with activity, taking shortcuts is how your brain conserves energy. Many of your bad habits are simply highways that felt good to drive down. Chocolate, rewarding, reels, entertaining. You repeat them because your toddler craves those easy dopamine hits along the way. Over time, these roads grow wider and faster. Meanwhile, better roads, the ones your planner wants to build, remain narrow and unused because the toddler never ventures there. But here's the good news. The same system that created your bad roads can build better ones. If you want to change, don't declare war on your toddler. Recruit it instead. Rather than trying to bulldoze your entire mental city with sheer willpower, focus on creating just one new street. Something so small your brain barely notices the construction. Say your goal is to get fit. That's vague city planning nonsense. Instead, pave a single specific lane. Do 10 squats at 8 a.m. Now, install your traffic lights. 1. Same time. 2. Same place. 3. Same trigger. Perhaps it's putting on your workout gear or standing in front of your living room window. Whatever you choose, consistency transforms that tiny street into a well-marked road your toddler can follow without thinking. Repeat it daily. Eventually, it becomes effortless. The squats themselves won't get easier, but deciding to do them will. Here's a secret. If you want your toddler to actually use the new road, make it enjoyable. Not by dangling some future reward, but by making the drive itself fun. Listen to your favorite podcast while exercising. Transform tax filing into a pleasant ritual with a good cup of coffee and noise-cancelling headphones. Pleasure is the key to convincing your toddler to abandon the old highway and take your new shortcut. This isn't instant. Research shows it can take anywhere from 15 to 250 days for a habit to fully pave itself into a highway. The first week is easy. It's the excitement of something new. The second week gets harder as the novelty fades, but over time, the new road gradually becomes smoother. There are no magic shortcuts to lasting change, but there is real progress with consistency. Even adding just one new road to your mental city gives you a path forward you didn't have before. Remember, change isn't a destination, it's urban expansion, continuous growth. And your city? It's still under construction, and you've become its architect. Remember that strategy I promised? It's time to reveal it. Here's the key to making everything you just learned actually stick. It's called the Trigger Action Pleasure Loop. 1. Trigger. Anchor your habit to a clear, reliable cue. Example, coffee mug on the counter for morning stretch. 2. Action. Reduce the habit to the smallest possible step. Example, open the book instead of read for 30 minutes. 3. Pleasure. Pair the action with a small reward so your brain starts craving it. Example, play your favorite song only while tidying up. Repeat this loop, and each habit transforms from a dirt path to a fully paved highway in your brain. This is how you rewire your mental city. One loop, one habit, one change at a time. You don't need to fight your brain, you just need to design for it. For more such videos, hit like, smash subscribe, and stick around. See you in the next one. Till then, stay safe, stay well.